All right. Number 1, it says on what intervals of x is the function increasing? So our graph is going up and increasing over here. So you look at your y values to see where it's increasing. And then it says on what intervals of x. So 0 and left, it's increasing. So that means all x values less than or equal to 0, the function's increasing. Does everybody understand?
Yes.
What part don't you understand?
You said any numbers on the left is 0?
Yes, all of these numbers over here, if we plug in an x value, our function is still going to be increasing because it's going up. So we're looking for on where on the x-axis is our function going up. That's what we're looking for. Do you understand?
I'm not going to come to 0.
Okay, I need you to tell me now what you don't understand because we're looking at it now.
How would you get that? Like, I just don't understand that.
Okay, it's asking you on what intervals of x. So what x value is the function increasing? So do you see how our function is going up right here? So it's all numbers leading up to 0. What numbers lead up to 0? All negative numbers. So that's why it's less than or equal to 0.
Oh.
Does that help? Okay. And then it says on what intervals of x is the function positive. So the function y values are positive up here. And that's from -2 to 2. So you look at the x-axis and where are the y values positive. So if I plug in -2, I'm going to get 0. That's still a positive number because it's not negative. If I plug in -1, it's going to be up here. That's a positive y value. If I plug in 0, it's going to be at 4. That's a positive y value. So from -2 to 2, our function is positive. Yes, no, maybe.
Yes.
Clear, are you with me? Are you sure? Okay. All right, for number 2. This thing is so frustrating. Who put... All right, so number 2, it says, A says on what intervals is x, on what intervals of x, so what x intervals, what value of x is the function constant? So what does the word constant mean?
It's the same.
Okay, now where on that is the y value staying the same?
-1, so it's positive 3.
Yeah, -1.
This one right here, right? So you would say -1 to positive 3. So x has to be greater than or equal to -1 and less than positive 3. Yes, no, maybe.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you sure?
Yes, ma'am. I got it right.
Okay. Do we understand a little better now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do we need to do B together or are we okay?
Can you just tell me the answers?
On what intervals of x does the function have a 0 slope? So where does it have a 0 slope?
Would it be the same as A?
The same as A because horizontal lines have a 0 slope.
Oh.
And then on what intervals of x is the function negative?
-2.
So it's negative. The function is negative starting here, right? Okay. And then it's also starting here, right? Okay. So how could we say that?
X is less than -2, or x is greater than or positive 4.
And x is greater than positive 4.
I said or.
Say and because it's both. Now, why would we not put a line under there? I started to write one and then realized I shouldn't. Why?
Because if it was,
Because that's on
because if you
zero.
put a word, it's gonna be less than or equal to.
Yep, and that's on the axis. That's a 0, so it's not negative there. All right, do you guys think you can answer the rest without me now? Does it help now that we've talked about them?
I got a question.
Okay.
I did this because I thought this was somewhere. So then we just do the equation.
We're going to do both of them today. Yep.
Okay, so I'll just wait.
Yes.
Could you go over number 3? I tried to do it.
Yeah, of course. All right, number 3 says, on what intervals of x is the function positive? Okay, so where's the function positive?
0 to 4.
0 to 4, and
And
It's still positive here, right?
What is it in this one?
So is that all numbers greater than 0? Okay. So A, x would be greater than or equal to 0. Caroline, does that help? Are you sure? Okay. Do we need to clarify anything on that? Are you okay? Okay. You can tell me if you're not. Okay. All right, B, it says on what intervals of x does f of x have a positive slope? So a positive slope means it's slanting which way?
Straight.
Diagonal.
To the, okay, so positive slope, is it to the left or to the right?
Right.
Right.
To the right, because it'd be going uphill. So our positive slope, does it start at 0 or does it start all the way down here?
So,
Okay, so what interval is it positive?
negative 2 to 4. Positive.
Okay, so -2 to 4 is our positive slope. Do we agree with that? Okay.
I think.
And then C, on what intervals is x is where's the function increasing?
Same thing.
That's the same thing. Because it's going up. So if you finished with analysis of functions, put your name on it and turn it into the tray, and then start on right equations, or you could talk about it together in your groups. Make sure you finish both of them before you leave me tomorrow. That's all I want you to do. Finish both of them before you leave me tomorrow.
These pages.
That and the write the equation of the line. It says write the equation of the line at the top.